Kelly, and as Kelly said, good afternoon, all you spoiled agents. Uh, Wonderful presentation for you this afternoon, talking about an exceptionally beautiful, beautiful destination, and that is our properties in the Dominican Republic, primarily in the Punta Cana area, but also in the Cap Cana area. So let's take a look. Now, what is a DR vacation like? Whoops, I'm sorry. Somebody's got somebody taking over my presentation here. Excuse me just a second. Let me go back here. Okay, and what is a DR vacation like? Well, it's tropical, it's luxurious, it's historical, it's relaxing, it is musical, it's cultural, and it is delicious. But you, as a travel agent and a travel counselor, have the responsibility to represent the reality of a vacation in Punta Cana and the Dominican Republic over what I consider irresponsible reporting. So let's learn, let's visit, and let's get educated. So here we are. Basically the consortium of Punta Cana hotels have come up with a promise to the traveler, so that the traveler has confidence in the destination. And once again, I kind of go back to what I consider the irresponsible reporting by news and media and radio and so on, that, as you know, has devastated really the traveling public going to Punta Cana, and of course not only the economy for all of the workers in the travel industry there, but the hotels and so on, over things that were misrepresented. And that's where I come in and saying, this is a promise from the Hotel Association, and then you, as the travel counselor, need to kind of hold on to these promises to reassure any guest that may have apprehensions about traveling to the destination. So as we take a look, this is something that as I said, the Punta Cana Hotel Association came up with, and you just kind of look at some of the assurances that they have come up with. Our properties are self-contained and provide 24-hour security and medical assistance. You look at our food and beverage offerings come only from reputable, trusted vendors and partners that they've done business with for many, many years. Kind of even down at the bottom, where our hotels provide safety information, phone numbers to all guests upon check-in. So whatever the guest needs, that the guest is going to feel, to make the guest feel more comfortable, the Hotel Association in these guidelines here have promised that they will provide for your guests. So I want you to know about this, because it isn't necessarily always reported in the media that these assurances are provided for your guests, but that's ultimately important. So let's kind of take a look. The beauty of the Dominican Republic as a destination is well known, and there's just so many historical factors to the destination. So when the guest goes, they're not necessarily just looking for an all-inclusive experience where they come and sit on the beach. They want to be able to do other things. Obviously, the destination is known for its incredible music, wonderful food, but also culture. So as we kind of move on, these are some of the types of experience that your guests are going to be able to take a look at. And so here we are at Palladium Hotel Group, and we like to say at Palladium Hotel Group, we have it all, which means we have something for every type of guest. And so here are our guests actually arriving at the airport. But you notice, well, geez, we got mom, the dad, and the kids, and just about everybody. So we've got experiences for the kids, families, for couples, for singles, just about for everybody. Everybody has a wonderful, wonderful time on and around the beach areas at our properties. Now, we've got activities, so yes, just about everything that you can think of, we have available on property for adults and for kids. Imagine being a little kid and be able to enjoy something like this. How wonderful is that? We've got a number of different pools for the kids to be able to enjoy that. But it's a matter of providing. I apologize, there's something wrong with my slides today, but there's we want everybody to enjoy it, even the people that are physically impaired. So at the beach, we actually have a program where we've got these, as you can see, these kind of little carts that we can, if somebody's in a wheelchair or is impaired walking, we can give them that water experience and be able to kind of float around like they used to in earlier years. And I think that's important rather than just have to kind of sit and watch everybody do things. This allows them to kind of get in the action. But we also have things such as foam parties. We love to celebrate, and we celebrate all kinds of things. We celebrate 4th of July. We celebrate Canada Day. We celebrate Earth Day. Even things like the Super Bowl, for example, that was just recently. We're into wellness, so we celebrate Global Wellness Day. So whether it is yoga on the beach, or whether it's bicycling in the pool, or stand-up yoga, or running, we have it all at Palladium Hotel Group. Now, the attractions on property or nearby, we've got lots of attractions. So this one, for example, is nearby, and this is Macau Beach. And so you can enjoy activities on our beaches, and that means you can enjoy stand-up paddling, or you can enjoy sailing on Hobie Cats and so on. You can do all that from our beach, but if you want to make a kind of a side attraction, Macau is not too far away, and a couple of things that they enjoy there is Macau actually has surf out in front of their beach. So if you want to learn how to stand up paddle surf, or you want to learn how to surf on a surfboard, lessons on all of that are available at that beach. So we're kind of move on and show you what's available. These are just within 15 minutes of our hotel. So if you see some types of things that your guest wants to enjoy, it's all very, very close. Either we have it on our beach or close to our beach. So we just kind of move on. If you ever want to swing out from the mountaintop out into the air, we have that available too, just nearby our hotel. There are a number of cenotes that are wonderful and within 10 minutes of our hotel for the guests to be able to enjoy, or zip lining. As I mentioned, surfing at Macau Beach. This is actually kind of a picture of what Macau looks like. And then if you actually want to do a buggy ride on the beach, this is actually again at Macau. So these are the types of experiences that you can experience there. But look at that beach. And this is Jaramillo Beach, again, just nearby. And whether there be diving or any other type of things, we do have entertainment. So whether it's entertainment on property at our sports bar, we've got entertainment throughout the property, both day and night. So if the guests are looking for wonderful music, there might be music provided by DJs that are available. There might be just kind of wonderful acts and so on at our hotel. So entertainment is really party central at Palladium Hotel Group. And then the spa. And our brand spa is actually Zentropia. And you'll find that our Zentropia spa is only about a year old, but the Zentropia brand, and year old being completely renovated, but the Zentropia brand are some of the finest spas anywhere in the Caribbean. So at any of our hotels, particularly our hotel in Punta Cana, you'll find the Zentropia brand. And you'll also find that all of the lotions and potions and so on are all provided by us. And so we actually even manufacture those for our guests. So here's a good look at the spa itself. So imagine coming and just enjoying and relaxing. So these are world-class spas too. So it isn't just the type of destination where you can just come and, oh, by the way, they had a spa. This is much, much more. So as we kind of move on, all of us will go. I can hear you right now going, ooh, ah. But if you're a kid, the kids love it too. Why? Because all of our hotels have kids' water parks. And you can see, being a little kid, boy, wouldn't it be wonderful to kind of get on that pirate ship and slide down the slides, or come to the kids' club and be able to go on the climbing wall that you see here, or actually as a kid, be able to enjoy the castle that surrounds all of our kids' clubs. And here we're out in the evening enjoying kind of an evening in the tent with our characters, and our characters are called actually Rags and his 4 friends. We kind of move on, though. This will give you an idea as to the look of the kids' clubs. And we have 4 different kids' clubs depending on the age group of the kids. But in terms of types of things to do, hey, wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to, if you're 4 and 5 and 6, even up to 8 years old, being able to sit down and make pizzas and so on. What fun to do. You're a little bit older, hey, you might want to learn how to be a DJ. Or you might want to be able to go out and have kayak races with your friends if you're a little bit older. So if you're in the teens club from, let's say, 13 up to 18, we all have activities that are age appropriate. Now, by the way, the parents like it too. Why? Because of the fact that the kids clubs are open till 11 p.m. So if you think about the wonderful part of the parents and the kids go have fun. They don't care one way or the other what time it is, but they're having fun with their friends. But mom and dad now get a chance to go off and really enjoy a date night and a wonderful meal together, just as though they were kids again themselves. So again, I mentioned Rags and Friends. Rags is our characters, and Rags is found at the beach, it's found at the pool, found at the kids club. Lots of activities here that incorporate the kids and their fun characters, and that be Rags. If you notice, even on Saturdays and generally twice a week, we actually have breakfast with Rags, where mom and dad and the kids can come and enjoy. And what we do is we actually lower the stand where the food is offered, and we decorate the food as though it's in the shape of the Rags characters. So the music, the characters, mom and dad, the kids all get a chance to enjoy that experience. Now, at all of our properties, but particularly Punta Cana, we always have love there. These are let me back up one, our wonderful, wonderful wedding specialists. And there are a number of wedding specialists available at each and every one of our properties for you to be able to contact if you're interested in doing destination weddings. And we are absolute experts in doing destination weddings. And just the lushness of our properties, whether it be in the beach, whether it be throughout the gardens, the entire property is extremely lush and very, very photogenic for any type of wonderful destination wedding that your guests might want to have. And of course, it's always not only the destination, but it's where the ceremony is being held. So whether you're looking for a pergola on the beach, or you're looking for a gazebo or a church, we will have them available for your guests at most all of our Palladium properties. Lots and lots of different wedding type programs to fit the budget of the guest. So if you kind of look here, how wonderful is this in terms of just a photographic masterpiece to be able to get married, because remember, it's for life, and as are the memories. And we're experts in creating those memories. And whether it's a traditional wedding, or it's a LGBT wedding, or it might be a South Asian wedding, or any type, we are experts in creating that wonderful, wonderful memory scene. And of course, the after party is always the where everybody can go out and let their hair down and really enjoy. And we have a number of different alternatives to be able to end the wonderful evening on a absolute high note. So we also now take a look at the property, and we have the rooms. As you take a look at the property itself, we're actually going to go from left to right. We actually have 3 Grand Palladium properties within our resort here. So we've got Grand Palladium Bávaro, which you'll see on the left. We have Grand Palladium Punta Cana, which is in the middle, and then Grand Palladium Palace Resort, which is a little bit over there on the right-hand side. But we also want to make sure that we introduce to you TRS, and TRS is adults only, and it is 5-star luxury for adults only. So this is TRS Turquesa. So actually, there's 2 sections to TRS Turquesa. One, as you can see, is much closer to the beach, surrounded by a wonderful pool in the middle. Then there is our registration area and so on, our lobby. And then just behind that, you'll see the buildings which are, 56, 55, and so on. That is where we actually have our swim ups that are located. So all of our swim up rooms are located in that area. And as you kind of look around, it's actually almost one continuous huge pool. So all the lower floors then are luxurious swim ups. So once again, Grand Palladium, when you think of Grand Palladium, I want you to think of couples, singles, and families. When you think of TRS, think of 5-star luxury for adults only. So let's move on and see. Well, the Bavaro Suites is one of our properties. This is the beach right out in front of Bavaro. So we just want to kind of give you an introduction as to what each and every one of those wonderful, wonderful resorts kind of look like. So you can see all of them are surrounded by luxurious pools and just wonderful areas for the guests to be able to relax. And here's one of our rooms, and this is actually our junior suite. As we move on, this is our superior junior suite. So you can see it's got a kind of a seating area there. Now, all of our rooms, and you're not going to see it in every photo because the rooms are actually large, but each and every one of our rooms comes with a jacuzzi hot tub in the room. So it might be in the room, it might be in the bathroom, but everybody gets to enjoy that luxury of the kind of a jacuzzi soak during their experience. This is actually our premium junior suite. This is one where you'll see the jacuzzi actually in the room, but a wonderful romantic experience, as you can see. So rooftop terrace junior suite, and those rooms, I recommend these. These are absolutely wonderful, and as I said, they do have the rooftop terrace that's available as an experience. As you can see here, you go, ooh, boy, I'd sure like one of those. Then our ambassador suite. So 4 to 5 different locations here. Now, what we're going to do now is actually take a look at Grand Palladium Punta Cana. And we've renovated all of the rooms in the property have been completely either redone or renovated within the last few years. So you can see some of the new palette colors that we're using, some of the pastel yellows and so on. But that's what you see here is just is our actually standard and deluxe room. So what a wonderful experience. Then our junior suite. Then our loft suite, which is, these are wonderful, particularly for families or for couples that want to be able to have kind of an entertaining area. So sometimes the bedrooms are downstairs, sometimes the bedrooms are upstairs. So they're great for couples, singles, and families. So the junior suite ocean view, then junior suite swim up. So we also have swim ups in that part of the property. So swim ups aren't necessarily always over at TRS. We do have those available for our couples and singles guests that are staying at Grand Palladium. So let's go to now Grand Palladium Punta Cana. And as we kind of move over, you can see you're kind of taking a look at actually a different look at each of our sections, but each of our resorts themselves. But you look around and you get that wonderful, wonderful, stereotypical tropical look and experience that everybody is looking for a wonderful vacation. So these are our deluxe rooms over on Grand Palladium Punta Cana. And this was pretty much probably the last part of the property to be renovated. So you kind of have a different look to the rooms themselves. So a lot of people say, well, what's the difference between one and the other? For the most part, it is the configuration or the look of the room. So once again, we're kind of giving you, this is actually a third junior suite. Remember, we saw the junior suite at Grand Palladium Bavaro, and then Grand Palladium Punta Cana, and now Grand Palladium Palace. And once again, the connecting loft suites. So if you've got a family and the family has a need for a connecting room, we even have connecting loft suites. So we have a junior suite connecting to a loft suite for just a little bit more room. And of course, those wonderful, exquisitely appointed ambassador suites. Now, we've got the food too. So as you look here, you'll notice the names. Many of the names that you see here are represented as other restaurants at our other properties. So we like to kind of keep the name so somebody that is used to the Grand Palladium brand, if they look for an El Dorado in Punta Cana, they're going to find an El Dorado at any of our other destinations, such as uh, the Costa Mujeres property north of Cancun, or our property in the Riviera Maya, or even our property in Jamaica, and so on. A lot of the names are very similar types of restaurants. So, for example, for the most part, you're going to find Esatori for the Japanese style teppanyaki type of food and service, and then Adelita, you're going to find that for uh, our Mexican style restaurants. So the names will be very, very familiar with you. Now, for these are our a la carte restaurants, and these are our a la carte restaurants that are found on our Grand Palladium site. So you look, there's an awful lot of choices for the guests to be able to enjoy. If you are a TRS guest, there will be 5 different restaurants just for you. They won't be these names, there'll be other names. But if you are a TRS guest, the TRS guests are welcome at any of the 5 restaurants offered at TRS and at any of the restaurants over on the Grand Palladium side. So if you are a TRS guest, for the most part, at times you're going to have 13 to 15 different restaurants to choose from. And of course, our sports bars. And what more fun place to be able to go enjoy a soccer game, an NFL, a baseball game, or so on at our sports bars. And this is actually Hemingway's, and Hemingway's is just one of our just kind of relaxation bars on property. So we have lots and lots of enjoying places to go to just kind of share a drink, have a wonderful just afternoons. You can just go sit and chat. And then again, more of our wonderful restaurants and different type of fare. So of course, here's Suntory. And then Bugali. Bugali is our Indian restaurant, of course, and you can see how we've really woven the Indian experience into the restaurant itself. And then Bamboo, of course. Now, if you enjoy sushi, this is a terrific, terrific restaurant to be able to enjoy that type of experience. La Paisana, for all of those that enjoy Italian food. And I do like to tell you that for really pretty much most of our chefs, for each of our restaurants, so let's say it's an Italian restaurant, or it's a French restaurant, or it is like Bugali, where it's an Indian restaurant. The chefs themselves, most of them, certainly the head chefs and so on, are actually from the countries of origin. So they really, really know how to present the food from their countries. So as we move on, then what we call our show cooking restaurants. Now, what we've done, and most people just, gee, how many buffets are there on property to also add to the dining experience? Well, we actually have a number of them, and what we've done is actually turned what is traditionally where the food is prepared back in the kind of the back kitchens and so on. We actually have turned it all into an experience. So we like to be able to do that and really have the cooking experience out in front of our guests. And so we call that our show cooking restaurants. And we have, as you can see, we actually have 5 of them available. So these names are in addition to the 6 or 7 or 6 ones that we just saw for Grand Palladium. So there is plenty of wonderful, wonderful choices. Now, there's also kind of experiences, and that is really what I have to call this experience, and this is called First Wine. And we invite the guests to be able to come. There's hundreds of different types of wine to be able to enjoy and to taste, but this is a wine tasting experience that we provide for our guests. So not only with the First Wine experience, And let me back up one. We also have we have an experience for chocolate. If you enjoy, we actually have chocolate in probably about 100 different versions. And imagine a place where you can come in and just try. If you want to try chocolate ice cream, if you want to try a chocolate bar, if you want to try a chocolate drink. Just as I said, in about 100 different versions, you can kind of do that in our chocolate shop as well. Now, let's take you to TRS. And as I mentioned, TRS is over here on the left-hand side, two sections to it. One, the buildings are surrounded by the pool in the front, so this is the one closest to the beach. And of course, the villas that are surrounded by that one big, continuous, huge pool, all of the lower rooms are all swim-ups. And so, again, that long, continuous beach out in front. But these are the types of services that you can expect at TRS. So 4 a la carte restaurants, 5 bars, beautiful, beautiful lobby where you can come in, get a drink, not only just check in, but you can enjoy a little, if you want a little snack in the afternoon, you can do that because we have pre-made sandwiches and so on to go along with the drinks. And then free day pass or night pass to the other close hotels of TRS and Grand Plate. But really what that means is there's also reciprocal service to TRS Cap Cana, which is very close to our TRS Turquesa Hotel. So we do offer service over to TRS Cap Cana for our guests to be able to enjoy that experience as well. So here's the first part of TRS. Let me back up. There we go. You can see how close proximity we are to the beauty of the beach there. And all of these villas, as I said, surrounded by this wonderful, wonderful pool experience here in the middle. We do a lot of things there too. So we bring music for guests to be able to enjoy live music, but we also bring in experiences such as stand-up paddle yoga into the pool. I've got 8 yoga boards. So we do that a couple times a week. So it's great to kind of put that into the regime of, well, gee, honey, what are we going to do today? And you can see how adjacent it is to the beautiful, beautiful beach. As we move on, just behind that, as I showed you before, this is just the other half of TRS Turquesa, but this is where we have all of our swim-up rooms. So as you notice, the pool goes all the way around and it actually goes underneath that bridge. So it is one huge, continuous pool. There's nothing finer than the TRS service. So whether you're looking for 24-hour room service or it's the morning after the wedding and so on, where you get breakfast in bed, what a just incredible 5-star first-class experience. New to our property in Punta Cana is actually the third of our Chic Cabaret restaurants. And the Chic Cabaret in the Cancun area, both north and along the Riviera Maya, we are, over the last year and a half, the #1 entertainment and dining facility in the entire destination. So December 1st, we actually opened the third of this illustrious entertainment experience at our TRS Turquesa, and that was Chic Cabaret #3. And this is, again, if you're staying at TRS, it's a complimentary experience. But as I said, it is 7 courses of the most incredible meal, along with 3 hours of the most dynamic entertainment you've ever seen. And the entertainment stretches anywhere from jazz, the Cirque du Soleil, to show tunes, to 70s, 80s, 90s music, and just the most incredible acts you've ever seen. Most people walk in with kind of a little bit of an expectation, but I will guarantee everyone that walks out after that 3-hour experience, their jaws have dropped, and they've never seen anything like that outside of Las Vegas. So we bring that to our guests. As I said, we just started December 1st in Punta Cana. Now, the fun part, and actually let me go back one more here. The fun part actually starts even earlier in the evening, because for 1 hour prior to the production, which starts at 8 o'clock, where you go into the theater, we actually have a kind of a warm-up in a patio area just outside the theater. And for that 1 hour prior, we offer magicians, and there's acrobats, and there's a band, and all kinds of things, almost as a warm-up party prior to coming into the theater at 8 o'clock. So there's lots and lots of things to do, as you can see here, and much of this is, some is outside, most of it all starts at 8 o'clock on the inside. Fabulous, fabulous singers, as I said, jazz musicians, acrobats, and so on. Now, if we're still hungry, then we go to the restaurants. And again, whoops, I'm sorry, that was misplaced. Then in terms of the rooms, let's take a look at a junior suite at TRS Turquesa. As you can see, beautifully appointed. Again, with TRS, you've got premium liquor available throughout the entire part of TRS Turquesa, and a variety of different room types. So premium junior suite, then our junior suite swim ups, romance junior suites, oops, there we go. The romance swim ups, so those are going to be 4-poster beds, so on. Just really, really luxurious. Great for, particularly great for honeymooners or those that are really want to create a very romantic experience. Superior suites, and of course the ever-present ambassador suites. And then the a la carte restaurants. So what do we mention? We have four a la carte restaurants just for the TRS guests. And again, the TRS guests are welcome to any of the a la carte restaurants that are over on the Grand Palladium side, in addition to any of the 5 buffet restaurants. So Capriccio is it's a very unique, really cool European style restaurant. La Bohème, of course, is French. Cusco is actually a Chilean restaurant, so you're going to see a lot of seafood and so on. And then Helios is, the best way we can describe it is our Ibiza-style dining beach experience. And the food there is absolutely fabulous for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So here's Cusco. And then Helios, as you can see, Helios is both open air and inside as well, depending on how you'd like to dine. And that's a Mediterranean style fare. Then La Bohème, French. I will tell you this, the French onion soup is absolutely to die for. And here is Capriccio, our Mediterranean cuisine. And just one of our many, many pools. This one, the secret pool, just for our TRS guests. And then, not only is there TRS Turquesa, but there's also TRS Capcana, just about 15 minutes away, but very, very close, 15 minutes away from our Grand Palladium and our TRS Turquesa. But this is only 10 minutes from the Punta Cana airport. So this is a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's 115 rooms, 39 of which are, now again, 115 rooms of TRS experience. So this is a very much boutique style property, 39 of which are swim ups. And as you can see, the beauty of the property, if you've got some guests and the guests kind of enjoy that quiet, more boutique style, this may be the answer for what they're looking for. As I said, 39 of the rooms themselves are all swim ups with a view out the marina. And in the evening, as you can see the pool here in the front, one of the really cool attractions is actually the pool changes colors throughout the evening. And it goes from greens to blues to reds to yellows and so on, just creating a fabulous, fabulous atmosphere for the guests that enjoy the kind of the deck area out here. And if you're doing a destination wedding or you're doing a company meeting convention, this also may be the property for you. And the reason for that is that imagine with only 115 rooms, you actually, if you've got a wedding or you've got a company meeting and so on, you're actually kind of taking over the property. So that's a wonderful, wonderful way to enjoy, again, destination wedding or a meeting. So as we kind of travel on, we'll see what the property looks like. 115 luxurious rooms, as I mentioned, 2 incredible a la carte restaurants, 5 bars, 2 swimming pools. The butler service is 24 hours, and then free access to hydrotherapy area at then the Zentropia Spa. And again, it's only 10 minutes from the Punta Cana airport. So what a wonderful place to enjoy with you and your friends or just a significant loved one. The lobby here, actually this lobby was noted as by Condé Nast is actually one of the top just wonderful little lobbies in the Caribbean. So we really enjoy that designation. And just off the lobby, of course, that wonderful lobby bar. And then from a junior suite to a junior suite swim up to a junior suite with an ocean view, and then our wonderful suites that are up above, all then containing the hot tub there out on the upper porch area. So hopefully you've seen something for your guests to be able to enjoy here at the Cap Cana, TRS Cap Cana. Then again, the restaurants, Capriccio, which again is Mediterranean. Izakaya. Izakaya is kind of a fusion. It is an Asian Peruvian fusion of food. Absolutely marvelous. I'm born and raised in Hawaii, and I'm obviously a sushi aficionado. And the cross between the Asian part of it and the Chilean part, it's just, to me, it's absolutely fantastic. Then Helios, again, Helios is that Ibiza-style beach restaurant in El Gaucho. Again, is our Argentinian restaurant. Then, that is our presentation for our property in Punta Cana and also in TRS Cap Cana. So 2 of our wonderful Palladium properties in the Dominican Republic. If we kind of remember, Kelly at the first part of the presentation talked a little bit about are you or are you not connected to Palladium Connect, which is our partnership or reward program. We want to make sure that you are. If you are not, just go on after this presentation, go to www.palladiumconnect.com and sign up. This way you're able to register each of your Palladium bookings and we pay you in cash. So how wonderful is that? The first part of the registration, you'll go on, you'll fill out all pertinent information, and then there'll be tutorials available for you to take. Go ahead and take those tutorials, and there are 7 of those, but I pay you $10 for each tutorial that you complete. And basically, those are the best way to learn about the Palladium Hotel Group, its brand, weddings, lots of different areas that you may have of interest through those tutorials. And then that money is then placed into a bank so that when your guests travel for the first time, right after they travel, we then make your bank of reward monies available to you. This is just a wonderful, wonderful way for us to say thank you to you. For those of you that are in for those of you in various parts of the country, and I apologize, and wants to change here. You want to take a second to actually kind of take a look and see what. Let's do this again. I'm going to try and see if I can hold on to that. What BDM is actually in your area? Francina Mason is in the Northeast. She's based in New York. Jennifer Moran is actually based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Will Coffey is based in Chicago. Claudia Espinosa is actually the southern part of the U.S. And I'm sorry, this is kind of going crazy. I am actually in South Central area, but I also cover all of the national accounts. And then Enrique Velasquez is actually in California, covering all of the West Coast. So those are your BDMs if you need to get a hold of them, or if you need just some information, you can give me a call or give me just send me an email. And I am at tom.abbott@palladiumhotelgroup.com. And so now, if we've got any time, go ahead and we'll open it up for questions and answers. And back to you, Kelly.
That's great. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I think your presentation has taken a life all on its own.
And I think it kind of did too. Yep.
Yeah, maybe it's just,
It's
because
haunted. I kept thinking it was like the kind of like October here or something. I don't know. I'll have
or
to.
maybe I have to look at that. Or maybe your presentation is like connected to, like it can like read your mind at this point, is like
I,
taking over.
I guess so. Anyway, I hope everybody didn't mind too bad.
No,
So
no, not at all. That was great. Um, Okay, so we do have some questions. So I'm going to kick things off with that. Okay, so Shelly's question is, are there any adult only areas? So I usually say we're going to be talking about a few different properties. So can you please let me know which property you're referring to specifically? But maybe you can just, since we're just talking about the DR, maybe you could just talk about the properties in the DR, about adult only areas.
well, of course, TRS is an adults-only brand. It's, as I said, it's five-star luxury for adults only. So whenever you see the brand TRS, that'll always be identified as adults only. So now, as far as adults-only areas, over on the Grand Palladium side, the Grand Palladium, as I said, anytime you hear the word Grand Palladium, it's always interchanged with couples, singles, and families. So there is no specific adults only section over on the Grand Palladium side. Now, that being said, remember we mentioned two TRSs. So we mentioned TRS Turquesa, which is in Punta Cana, and then Cap Cana, which of course is in the Cap Cana area, just about 10 minutes from the airport.
Okay, that's great. Um, Okay. Oh, do you offer fam trips for travel advisors?
We do, and for the most part, the FAM trips from time to time will actually you can find the FAM trips uh, through your local BDM in your area or through your either through your favorite uh, tour operator as well.
Okay,
So we kind of
that's
double up
great.
on things.
Yeah. And I also like to point out you guys offer awesome travel agent rates as well.
Well,
So,
yes, we do, but
yeah.
but where the best rates can be found is on spoiledagent.com.
Oh my, you're my spoiled ambassador. I
Well, no,
love that. Thank you,
I think
Tom.
most of I think and that's the wonderful part about it for those spoiled agents that we're talking to. Um, Please spread that around because
Hmm.
the rates that you will actually find, even from Palladium ourselves, you're going to find a better rate a as a spoiled agent. And most people don't know that. And so the more we can chat about it, the more we want people to actually come to the spoiled agent site and look at all the wonderful, wonderful information and offerings that spoiled agent provides for you, the travel counselor.
Yeah. So, all you have to do is, of course, log into Spoiled Agent, find Palladium. Again, they're listed under the agent rate tab, of course, because that's we're talking about the incentive tab or the specialist tab. And I have all of their information for all of the fabulous programs that they offer you, plus the past webinars, all on one page. And I'm really excited. We just rolled out like a week and a half ago. You can now view the site from your phone. Ooh, and you can, or on a tablet, of course. So I'm really excited about that because there's so much
Well,
content we
they're
had to.
muted. They're muted, so
Oh,
I'll do that for you. Ooh, ah.
oh, ooh, thank you. But yeah, back to agent rates. It's all there. So there's actually we have rates posted up to April 12th, 2020. Okay, and then if you scroll added head off added April 13th to April 12th 2021. Okay, so they're all there. So especially if you have a holiday, you're thinking maybe planning ahead, like we all do, because we all just want to get away. All the rates are posted as flyers, and right underneath, you can download the flyer, save it to your desktop. But of course, these are travel agent rates only. We do not share these with their clients. This is just for you. Okay, and then if you have actually taken the Palladium Connect course. and you have some rewards, things like that, there's actually even better rates there as well. So take a look at everything. This is all kind of new. Yeah. So do that, everybody. Okay. All right. All we have to do is find some good airfare and we're good to go. Okay. Are all the kids and teens programs open till 11 p.m.? Is there an
They are.
additional cost? Oh, okay. And is there an additional
No,
cost to have your children?
that would be a no.
No, no, and oh, actually, it's a yes and a no. So yes till 11, and there is no additional cost.
Right.
Great. Oh, good. Okay. Are the rooms with two beds? Are they two queen beds or two double beds? That's from Cindy.
They're two doubles.
Two doubles. Great. Are the tasting experiences included, or do they need to be paid for separately?
Okay, I apologize. Say that again. What experiences?
The tasting experiences, is it an additional charge or is it part of the all-inclusive
No,
plan?
the tasting experiences, and it may have been perceived as a misnomer. The tasting experiences are actually, those are our buffet restaurants, and really what we've done is just simply take the cooking from back in the kitchen and brought it out front, so it's an experience for our guests to be able to watch. But for the most part, those 5 restaurants that you saw are 5 different buffet restaurants located throughout the 3 hotel sections of Grand Palladium.
Okay. Um, Great. Hold on. Okay. Do you have any benefits for travel advisors when when they make a group booking, such as a guest offered free trip? Oh, such as a guest offered free trip with the group. So I guess you're just talking about comps when booking a group. Like when do those all kick in? Hmm.
Well, yeah. In other words, it's for the most part, it's generally on the 11th room, but just contact your the provider with which you do the group. So for the most part, it's going to be a tour operator. So just check with the
Right.
group
Yeah.
department of the tour operator. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Uh, so once I take the tutorials, tutorials, are
hmm
fam trips available? So I think
Uh,
it's
well,
helps probably.
yeah. For the most part, for agent rates, you actually have to have taken the tutorial and then basically have sold a Palladium package within the past 6 months. So in other words, you take the tutorials, and that actually qualifies you for the agent rates. Now, again, the spoiled agent rate is going to be generally, for the most part, it's going to be less than the rate that we're going to offer. But in terms of eligibility, your eligibility is based on the fact of you becoming a Palladium Connect subscriber, and then also having sold a Palladium package within a 6-month period of time. So when you do the tutorials, as I said, you're going to get $10 for each of the tutorials. That money then goes into a bank. You can't cash it in yet. And then once you've sold a Palladium package and your guests have actually traveled, then the money both from the tutorials and the reward from the package that you sold then becomes active in your account. You can either save that as you do in a bank, or you can cash it in, and as I said, we pay you cash for that. Hopefully, hope that answers the question.
Okay. Um, Great. So yeah, so it's important. So for fam trips are far and few between. So usually, if suppliers get a couple of seats, the rep will get grabbed, scrounge up a couple of seats. Um, I know the fam seats are very, very limited, and I would assume that agents that are registered with Palladium Connect, have registered some bookings, have taken the course, have shown interest, would probably maybe get looked at, but just because
100% correct.
showing that interest. So I strongly recommend, if you want to get on a fam trip, do that and get in touch with your BDM, start communicating with them, and just letting them know you're there. Ask them questions. order brochures, maybe all sorts of fun stuff. Do some social media stuff, some promotions, things like that. I think that'll, really help
I'm
the
trying to.
families. But
I
of
apologize. I'm
course,
trying to hold this. I'm trying to
yeah,
hold
no,
that
no
slide.
worries. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Everybody, grab your phone, take a picture. You know what I'll do is I'll just mm,
Well,
I can actually
it's
take a
actually on your informational page anyway. So
yeah, yeah, it's all there. So you just log into Spoiled Age and scroll down the bottom. Okay. So let's go to so adults only. So let's talk about the TRS. Does it mean
mhm.
male, female, or can it be 2 girls or 2 guys?
Male, female.
Male, female. Okay. Um, in order to get the agent rate, okay, can we use our CLIA card? It said, let's just see here on the Palladium Connect. Actually, I just had the flyer open there. You know what I would do if I were you is I would email bookings@palladiumconnect.com and ask them that question about the ID. Okay, because they are in charge of all of that. I'm just looking really quick. Yeah, I think it's really important, make sure you are, if you're logged, if you're registered with Play and Connect and you've logged a booking or two, again, I know some of us are new, you don't know the product, you have to learn the product to be able to sell, but even if you can, this is, there's so many properties, try and log those bookings. It really does, it can really help and make a difference.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
help you out, you
Um,
must have a CLIA or an IATA number in order to register on Palladium Connect. So think everything kind of goes through the registration of Palladium Connect.
Perfect.
So
Okay, so
yes,
there you go,
so yeah,
guys.
if you've got an IATA, if you've got an IATA number, that's fine. If you've got a CLIA number, no problem at all. It just has to. There'll be a section for you as you go in to register for Palladium Connect. There'll be a kind of an area where you can put either of the two numbers there.
Right. Okay, so I have a couple of agents here that did not know about the Palladium Connect program. It was like, dun, 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 no. um, so what happens if an agent just found out about Palladium Connect and they have been booking you? Is it possible to record past bookings? Maybe
Currently,
even
right
record.
now, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and here's the uh, kind of the nuance of the program, I guess. Once you are on Palladium Connect and you sign up, the bookings must be registered within 90 days of the booking being made. We're kind of taking a look at that right now, but currently, and since the inception of the program, which is probably about 4 years ago, the rules have been the bookings must be registered within Palladium Connect within 90 days of the booking being made.
Okay.
So
So,
until you hear, then that's actually the rules right now.
great. Yeah, no, that's the way it is. So you've missed out on those bookings on the rewards, but if you, for example, want to take advantage of the agent rates or something and you're not showing any bookings logged because maybe they all traveled in December and January, of course, we want you guys booking Palladium year round, of course. But if you are, maybe when you're making a booking and emailing the request into bookings@palladiumconnect.com, maybe list those bookings kind of separately, just saying, I am supporting you. I just found out I'm going to start recording all my stuff and, moving forward. But just so they know that you are a supporter and doing that. Okay. Let's just see here. Just giving you some love. Tom, I always enjoy hearing about Palladium Resorts and their updates. Great resorts. Thanks, Tom.
Well,
Um,
thanks, Kelly.
Shelly's question saying, last question, promise. No, no problem, Shelly. That's why we're here. She wants to know if you have to have bookings already logged into Palladium Connect to qualify for the agent rate. So I was looking at the flyer, and as far as I can tell, you have to be registered with palladiumconnect.com and have taken at least 2 of the training courses. And I think how many are there? Like 7 in
There's
total?
7, yeah.
There's 7. Okay. So you should do all
Mm-hmm.
7 and then you have money to help pay for your airfare. But anyways, that's my thought. But you have to take at least 2 of them before you can Oh, and have bookings that logged into the platform in the last 6 months. So, so yes, you do have to have a booking logged to request the agent rates. So again, if you didn't know about Palladium Connect, I'm Kelly from Sold Agent. If I were you, I would, if you haven't been recording your bookings and you no longer can, do the courses, make sure you're registered, and then maybe email bookings at palladium.com, palladiumconnect.com, and maybe just say, look, I had these bookings, they traveled then, but I couldn't record it, but I am going to be moving forward. That might be the way to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Kelly. Let me give them. Let me actually give them two email addresses for the bookings or for discounted rates. As Kelly mentioned, it is bookings.palladiumhotelgroup.com, or I'm sorry, at palladiumconnect.com. Excuse me. So bookings at palladiumconnect.com. If they have any question regarding the registration, or they can't find out how to do this or that on the site, it's info@palladiumconnect.com. So now you have two. So one is bookings regarding the rates and so on, and the other is info@palladiumconnect.com. And there should be somebody right there to help you out.
Perfect. That's awesome. Lots of support. Okay, we're going back to the adult-only properties about male-female couples. So just questioning one more time. So 2 females that are friends, that are best friends cannot
you know
go.
what? I apologize. I was incorrect when I said that. So yes, two females or 2 guys, they're all friends. Yes, at TRS, so long as they're adults. But I apologize.
As long as they're adults.
Yeah, it was.
That's okay.
I wasn't hearing things right or whatever. I was maybe daydreaming with these. I apologize.
No. I'm really glad, Shauna, that you asked the question again, just to reconfirm that. Okay, well, that's the end of our skill testing question time period. Wow, we used up our full hour today, Tom. But you and I never always have lots to talk about, so it's expected.
208 slides.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Really appreciate your time. If you have any additional questions, there's Tom's email right here on the screen. Quick, take a picture, or of course, log into Spoiled Agent, find your BDM, and reach out to them directly and build a relationship with them. They should really be your BFF. That's for sure. Here's your BFF supplier. Tom, I'm gonna let you say the final farewell, and thank you so much for putting this together in your time. I know you're super busy, so thank you. And you can say the final farewell, and we'll call it a day.
Well, thank you. No, listen, Kelly, as always, particularly for the Spoiled Agent agents that are out there, everybody is so loyal. We want to thank you for your business. We really, really always enjoy doing the Spoiled Agent webinars. As you guys can know, the most educated travel counselors that we have out there are the most successful and the best people to represent our product and the destination. So remember, as I said early on in the presentation, we owe it particularly to the destination of the Dominican Republic to give them the right information. So thank you so very, very much for attending these webinars, because I think this is where you get the true feeling, the true picture, the true warmth of the destination, and allay any apprehensions that your guests may have out there. And so we turn it then over to your expertise to be able to help us all out and find this wonderful, wonderful destination for your guests. They will thank you for it.